All right, it's time to do the Denny's challenge. Fantasy football loser, that is me. Let's get it. All right. Hello, welcome back. Hondo's Blockbuster here. Definitely a new different backdrop than usual. I'm coming to you live from Denny's. I'm here doing my fantasy football punishment, which is the Denny's challenge, which is essentially I have to be here either 24 hours or every pancake I have takes an hour off. So it's currently almost 3:20 in the morning. Been here coming up on 3 hours. 8 pancakes in. I got two more right here. So trying to get to that 10 mark. So I'll be at 13 hours essentially. Um, and it's been harder than I thought it was going to be. I thought it'd be like, okay, I can take down some pancakes. Boy, was I wrong. These things, I went like six off the rip, and I don't know if that was a good idea because I think I set the pace a little too fast, and I haven't been able to regather. So hope the audio is good on this. I asked you guys to send in some questions. I'm going to do a little Q&A here, trying to buy some time. I've been filming some little blind ranking things. I'm doing content while I'm here. I got the time for it. So yeah, let's dive into some of those questions and yeah, shout out Denny's for having me. Denny's here, Miracle Mile. Great service, great music. You can probably hear it. Again, I hope my audio is decent. So, all right. So I'm gonna go since this is Hondo's Blockbuster. Since this is Hondo's Blockbuster, I am gonna go movie questions first, but I did give a whole range. I got a bunch of sports questions in here too. So we're gonna start with movies and then go into sports. So yeah, let's do it. All right. First question I got here is expectations for Avengers Doomsday. All right, so superheroes right off the top, I love it. My expectations, listen, I've got high expectations just because it is the next Avengers movie. Um, the way that it's been post Endgame, and if you've watched some previous videos, whether it's been rankings or things like that, you know my thoughts. Post Endgame has been a bit shakier than it was obviously beforehand, but I think there's a lot of big wins, and I think Marvel's coming off honestly a pretty good year in terms of not box office wise. We'll talk about the state of Marvel, and maybe I'll just include it in this answer. But in terms of quality and content that they put out, in terms of movies that they put out, I like the Fantastic Four. I really loved the Thunderbolts, and then I thought Captain America 4 wasn't as bad as people were giving it. So I think they're finding their footing again, which obviously excites me, being the fact that pretty much outside of Spider-Man, Avengers Doomsday is the next one in line. And there's enough there to excite me with the Russo brothers coming back, and you know, obviously the big cast that's going to be everyone's going to be in this movie. Essentially, you got the old X-Men returning, you've got obviously a bunch of the Avengers and things like that. So I'm excited about this one. I'm very curious to how they handle Robert Downey Jr. And obviously he's playing the big bad of this movie. If my dad's watching this, I told him I wouldn't spoil it, but I mean, I'm surprised you haven't seen it yet. Essentially, he's playing Doctor Doom. So if you don't know that, I'm sorry, but it's pretty known at this point. But yeah, so expectation-wise, I'm cautiously optimistic. I'm hoping it's going to be very good. I do trust the Russo brothers, and I'm seeing enough good things from Marvel that I have faith in it. Now, what worries me is just Marvel, the state of Marvel in general, or maybe even just the state of superhero movies right now, with the fact that the box office really isn't performing as well as they used to. And obviously, there's a bunch of different factors, but I mean, you see movies like Jurassic World out there almost hitting 800 million, and Fantastic Four, which is some thought would be the number one of the summer, is struggling. And it's hard to say struggling. It's probably still going to hit 500 million, which is so good for any other movie. It's just based on their budget and marketing, all that stuff. But yeah, it's not the home run. It'll probably end up breaking even, but it's not the home run that Marvel was definitely looking for. And then coming off of Thunderbolts, which I loved, that one is going to lose money. And same with probably Cap 4. So in that sense of it, Marvel's in a bit of a shaky spot. It seems like obviously the diehards are going to go see it anyway, but they're losing the general audience. So I'm curious to see how Doomsday does in that regard. So, yeah. All right, next one. I got top 5 MCU movies. So definitely, we're working on a huge MCU ranking, whole MCU ranking. But if you're watching this video and you ask me the questions, so screw it. So top 5. I'm gonna cheat here. This is easy for me, but I am gonna cheat. Absolutely, I'm combining 2 movies, and you'll know exactly which ones, and you probably already do, based on me saying that. But I'm going number 5, Guardians of the Galaxy, and honestly, oh look, we got new people here. We got Guardians of the Galaxy, the first one. And by the way, I go back and forth between the first and the third. That's how much I love the third, but I'm giving it to the first one just because it set the path for the Guardians, and it's just so good. It really is so good. James Gunn, top of his game, fantastic cast, fantastic characters, and yeah, awesome movie. One of the easiest to rewatch and most fun to go back to. Number 4, the one who kicked it off, the entire saga, Iron Man. The original Iron Man to me is one of the best comic book movies of all time. It is phenomenal. Robert Downey Jr. gives a not even it's actually honestly probably not even up for debate. It's the greatest comic book casting of all time, probably between him and Hugh Jackman. But I give the edge to Robert Downey Jr. and what he did in this movie specifically. It's still my favorite of him and my favorite Iron Man by far. So all right, coming in number 3, we got Captain America: Civil War. I love this movie. It's one of my favorite premieres I've ever went to, and in terms of, I mean, Captain America being my favorite character, I like that he's still the central, but obviously you have the dynamic of him versus Iron Man, and it's essentially Avengers 2.0. But again, Russo brothers directed. There's actually a very clear, you know, I mean, the Russo brothers directed my top 3, top 4, um, but yeah, this movie's incredible. The introduction of Spider-Man, the introduction of Black Panther, the airport sequence, the ending fight. Honestly, all the action in this movie's incredible, and I love where they put Tony and where they put Cap. I've been Team Cap from the beginning, always be Team Cap, but this one's just special, and I love this one. Which leads me to number 2, going back to the Cap field. We're going Captain America: Winter Soldier. Yeah, in terms of like movie quality, in terms of what movie I actually probably think is the best in the MCU, I actually do think it's Captain America: Winter Soldier. This movie is absolutely incredible. It not only solidified my love for Captain America, but like it's so well done. It puts Cap in such a different spot than he normally is. I mean, you're having this guy, obviously fought in World War II. He's a soldier. He follows orders, going up against the government. So it's a very cool spy espionage movie with obviously bringing back the Winter Soldier twist. I think Scarlett Johansson's probably the Black Widow is the best in this movie. It's just a great time, great introduction of Falcon. Everything about this movie is incredible. Which leaves me number 1, for me, easy. I'm combining them both. There's nothing you can do about it. Infinity War and Endgame. I literally watched them as one movie. It's a continuous 5.5, 6 hour experience. The best experience of all time. So truly, I mean, it's up there. If it's not my, it's probably honestly is my best favorite movie theater experience. Just seeing, I remember the end of Infinity War, just jaws on the floor, and then just the amount of cheer moments in Endgame is unreal. If I had to determine between the two, I do think Infinity War is the better movie, but it's hard for me not to give Endgame the top spot just for everything that essentially it put a nice little bow on the entire Infinity Saga so well. I love those movies. So yeah, that's my top 5. Full thing coming out later. Superman versus Fantastic Four. This was pretty easy for me. I am Superman over Fantastic Four, the movie. Um, I I love Superman. I've actually, even from my initial review, where I was kind of more like tentative on it, I've seen it now again, and the more I talk about it with people, especially my dad who absolutely hates the movie, the more I appreciate this movie, the more I love, and I honestly, out of all the movies this summer, it's not my favorite this summer, but it's the one that probably didn't leave my mind the longest. I couldn't stop thinking about this movie. I think this movie's a great time. It's a great representation of Superman. I don't care, and I'm someone who loves the Snyderverse movies. I love Man of Steel, but this version is awesome too. So I really enjoyed it. And Fantastic Four, good, not great. It's not one of my favorite. It's like kind of middle of the pack, probably above the median. It's definitely good. I just think that there's the issues with Fantastic Four outweigh my issues with Superman, so I go Superman here. Best movie of the summer. Talk about videos that are coming out next week. We're doing a whole thing of summer. I mean, blockbuster season is pretty much over. So we'll be doing full rankings there. But if you've kept up with any of my reviews, you know my favorite movie this summer has been F1. And talk about a surprise. Not that I was very excited about this movie, but did I think going into the summer that F1 would be my number one movie? Probably not. But for me, it just was. It's the perfect blockbuster. It's got, I mean, adrenaline pumping racing action, filmed by Chad Scavency. It's 3 in the morning, guys. I ain't gonna pronounce things right. The guy who did Top Gun Maverick, and it's just a really cool movie. Brad Pitt, superstar. Um, Best movie of the summer for me. All right, rank. Oh, this is interesting. Rank Godfather 1, Godfather 2, and Goodfellas. This might be some of my most controversial takes so far on this channel. Um, I Goodfellas is in my top 10 favorite movies of all time. So I'm gonna put Goodfellas above the Godfather movies. I've got Goodfellas at 1, and then this is also probably controversial. I'm going Godfather 1 at 2, and then Godfather 2 at 3. And by the way, all three of these movies absolutely incredible. By the way, and I love Godfather 2. I don't know. There's something about Godfather 1 that I prefer. I prefer the origin of it, and the introduction to this world and this story, and it's for me it's even more iconic than the second one. I know. I mean the second one's fantastic, but then Goodfellas. I mean, for me. It's one of Martin Scorsese's best. It's my favorite gangster mob type movie, or mafia type movie. Goodfellas comes in at number one for me. When are you when are you watching the new War of the Worlds? I have no idea. I had no idea what that was, and then it's been just getting bashed everywhere. And then it's like Ice Cube's in it. I'm like, what is this movie? But every video I see, it gets better each time. It is actually hilarious. It basically be me filming this from Denny's and like it like filmed to another guy and just getting blown up. I honestly I think I just need to check it out to see what this movie's about because I don't know. I guess I'm gonna have to. I might have to find time. Is it streaming? Maybe I watch it while I'm here at Denny's. Who knows? There's a world where maybe I try to watch it here. Let's see. All right, so that wraps up the movie side. Thank you guys for sending that in. So we'll jump to the sports side. All right, sports side. All right, so we got kind of two similar ones here. Um, so how many wins are the FIU Panthers going to get this year, unbiasedly? Unbiasedly. Yeah, I'll do it unbiasedly. And then week by week, FIU and Finns. Again, no bias. Like, do they really think I'm not going to? Do you think I'm going to show any bias on these rankings? Anyway, all right, we can go. I mean, this is going to cover both of them. So, for me, let's go. We can go week by week, but I mean, I can give overall just off the top of my mind. Dolphins are going. Dolphins are going 17-0. I mean, there's actually no world where that doesn't happen. And then FIU is going 12-0 regular season, 13-0 when they win the conference, 17-0 when they run the playoffs. So, I mean, they're actually both going to be 17-0, and the Finns will go, I guess, 17. They'll obviously get the bye week, so they'll end up going 20-0. Yeah, pretty confident in that. Let's see. Let's start with FIU. Let's start with FIU. Let's go week by week. All right, week one, Bethune Cookman. It's going to be Willie Simmons kickoff. RO dub. I mean, it's Bethune's already a rival for Willie, so I think he's going to come out and beat the brakes off him as his first game as an FIU head coach. Week two, I think honestly this is the easiest game on the schedule at number 2 ranked in the nation, Penn State. I think we're going to mollywop them on national television. I mean, Jason Josh is going to be jumping off Beaver Stadium. It's actually not even going to be close. I think that's going to be. I genuinely think that we might put 100 on Penn State. I mean, Drew Aller's gonna have no idea what he's doing out there against this defense. Um, After that, if you got to worry about the hangover of beating the number 2 team in the nation, and you're going to play, but you're coming back home and you're doing the Shula Bowl, bringing the Shula Bowl back home, and I think it's about damn time we bring that trophy home. So 3-0. Then it's Delaware. I mean, this team at this point is gone through back-to-back really heartfelt games. They beat Delaware by 70. Bye week, we travel to UConn, beat them. Then we get another bye. Kind of weird. I mean, we have 2 byes within 3 week span. That's kind of poor scheduling. The Conference USA trying to bonus here. And then we essentially run the table. Conference USA. We're gonna beat Western at Western Kentucky. We're gonna beat Kansas State. We're gonna beat Missouri State. Beat Middle Tennessee. both on the road. Liberty at home. I'm pretty sure that's Vice Night. Molly Wop. Jacksonville State at home beat Sam Houston State. On the road, win. So then we go to the conference. We're going to play Liberty in the Conference USA Championship, beat them again. Then we're going to go to the first round of the playoffs. We're going to face off Penn State again, beat them again. I mean, we are going to absolutely demoralize that university. Then we're going to face off against Little Brother in the city, University of Miami, who had a great season. They're in the playoffs playing us, Big Brother versus Little Brother, and we show them who's boss yet again in the Orange Bowl. This is going to be the Orange Bowl. I hope the Orange Bowl's in the second. Whatever it is, Orange Bowl. We're playing them in the Orange Bowl, and we're going to beat them again. Then we're going to face off Ohio State, defending champs, beat them by 30, and then we face off Arch Manning in the championship, and we really solidify his reasoning for staying back in college to go chase another ring because he ain't getting it this time. So there's that. And then let's go NFL. Let's go Fins. Fins going to be interesting, man. Finny from Fins, man. All right, we open up at Indianapolis, dub. I mean, do they even have a quarterback? New England, oh my God, don't get me started. New England is the most overhyped team this year. Everyone's on the New England bandwagon. Oh, they're going to be so improved. Yeah, they're going to be improved from last year where they were a bunch of bums. Like, yeah, they look a little better. They're not going to beat us, I'll tell you that much. Then, oh, here we go. We got to go to the City of Losers in Buffalo. Buffalo City of Losers, auto dub, Thursday night prime time. I mean, talk about a coming out party for the Finns. And then a back-to-back prime time playing the Jets. So we play the division back-to-back weeks to kick off the schedule. I love that. Jets dub at home Monday night. I mean, we're primetime kings, clearly. At Carolina dub versus the Chargers. Tua continues to prove that Herbert's his little brother. At Cleveland, Shador might be starting by this time. Atlanta will handle Baltimore Thursday night. This is the scariest one on the schedule. Lamar, my favorite probably quarterback in the league, and then my favorite non-Fin in the world, Derrick Henry. This is the best team we're going to face. We're going to beat them 42-41. This is going to be our biggest hurdle. Then right after them, Buffalo. Jesus Christ, what a freaking back-to-back. But luckily, I mean, they're cakewalk. So Buffalo, we beat at home. Then we're going to Madrid. Wow, this part of the schedule is getting tough, but we're going to show our grit. So we are taking them. Yeah, we're going to be Washington in Madrid. Then we finally getting much deserved bye week. Smoke New Orleans, smoke the Jets, smoke Pittsburgh, and then I think the easiest game on the schedule is after that Sunday night against the Cincinnati Bengals, the most overhyped team I've ever seen in my entire life. For a team that has done really nothing, and a quarterback who's tier two, and everyone wants to compare him to Lamar and Josh Allen and Mahomes. It's like, buddy, you're not him. So, yeah, we beat Cincinnati. We beat Tampa, and then we ended New England, which we're going to beat by 60 in the last week. So, yeah, that's it. I mean, NFL is a bit harder to predict playoff-wise, so I'll save that for later. All right, let's go. Next one. Why is Scottie so much better than Hovland? Well, one, he's not. Let's not forget, Hovland made him cry at the Ryder Cup after beating him so badly. But listen, Scottie's a regular season phenom. But when it comes to time to shine, like the Ryder Cups, I mean, we need. I'm rooting for the USA, so I need him to wake up and Hov not to put him in another blender. But let's see if he can actually step up to the plate this time and stay out of jail. And why hasn't Hovland won a major yet? That's a great question. He's waiting for the Hov Slam. So like when he doesn't win the Masters, he just will take the rest off. But I'm pretty confident he's going to win the Masters next year and then just clean sweep the rest of the majors same year. And like people are forgetting, like acting like he hasn't won the fifth major, the Valspar, or the sixth major, the Memorial. Then he's got the Tour Championship. I mean, his resume is already honestly probably better than Scottie's, but Scottie's got these like fake hyper on him. Are the Cowboys winning the Super Bowl? Absolutely not. If there's a team if there's actually a bet that I like, probably the only bet that I like more than Finns winning the Super Bowl is Cowboys to not make the playoffs. I think this team, I mean, they can't even, there's so much turmoil in that franchise. They're so bad. And then who are you taking with the first pick this year so you don't lose again? Well, I don't have the first pick. I have the 10th pick actually in this league. We just did our draft order the other day. So I don't know yet, but I've already done a couple mocks. I'm liking the backs in the back end, whichever one honestly is there between Janty, Achan. I'm gonna probably biasly take Achan if he's there, but who knows? We'll see. So yeah, so those are all the questions I got. I am I am delirious. I mean, there's music blasting in my ear. I've been here now 3 hours, over 3 hours. I'm gonna have to take down two more pancakes, get to 10, and yeah, that's it. Thank you guys for joining. Maybe add more to this as the night continues, but yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. See you guys next time. It is sunrise. I have survived. Let's go.